Yeah, in I started down here in the early 80s, but bought a condo in 2000 and started tarpon fishing over here on this side in 2001. I bought this 20 years prior to coming here where I use it up north. It's a little funny little tool, and it don't only tie tarpon leader and whatnot. There's a display on the table where you can tie from 10 pound, I got 10, 20, 30, 50, and 150 tied with the same tool. So you can use it for snook, redfish, trout, anything you want, if you desire. Okay? This is the bigger one, the bigger version they took out. I don't use the bigger version. I got so used to using the smaller one that that's what I use. The bigger one, I feel, for me to start with it now, that the turns are going to take more line. I'm so used to taking a spool of that leader and cutting them to size and sitting there and tying one after another. So I stick to the old faithful here. You're going to go through the eye, okay? A little hard for you to see in the back, but it comes with a full set of instructions. What I do is I take the tool I call palming it, I lay it alongside. And if you're careful, I haven't caught myself yet, I've been doing it for quite a few years. You're gonna need at least 6 or 7 inches of line. What you want to do is separate one on one side of the tool, one on the other. You see that tunnel that's in there? There's an actual slot in there. That tunnel's in here for a purpose, because we're going to make a series of loops. And then we're going to go through the loops, that's what the tunnel is for, and then we're going to jam the knot on itself. And the more strain that's put on a knot, the tighter it gets. It don't get weaker, it gets tighter. I got one on one side, one on the other. It says 4 or 5 turns. Primarily I use 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I have it to that point. Now I'm going to take the short end when I made the turns toward your body. You don't make them away from your body, because you're not going to be able to tuck it through the tunnel. You make it toward your body. You're going to take the tag in. You're going to put it through the loops. See how it's through all those loops? And what you're going to do is you're going to slide it off. They tell you in their instructions you can snap it off. Now, we like to set them up with a little loop on the end. I'll show you when I get it done. The reason I like the loop on the end, instead of pulling this straight out of the fish's mouth, when it's coming out, it's rattling around. There's a good chance at some point before it leaves his mouth, it's going to take a purchase or a hold someplace. That's why we like that. If you want to use a snell all the way, if that's what your desire is, you can snell it up with the same tool. They do it down in the Keys, just preferable choice. If you want to snell it up onto the loop, put the hook on it, pull it up, pull it off to the side to lock it, and it'll snell it. I don't want that. I want the loop. So I'm going to take the loop of the mono, not the hook and not the ring. I'm going to put the loop over. I'm going to take a turn, and I'm going to snug it up. And I'm going to take a pair of pliers. And what I'm going to do, I got to do it here because they pull it tight. I'm going to pull this tight and pull it off to the side. When you pull it off to the side, you've locked that knot up. Then what you do is you take this and cut it, and there's your loop. I used to use this in the very beginning. Then about midnight one night, in the middle of the night, I woke up and I said, why can't I take drill bits? Take the back of a drill bit. I can make it any size I want. I can make it big, I can make it small. You want what I use, I'll tell you, 5/16 drill slots. That's what it is. This is very close to 5/16, and that's why I kind of stuck with it. The swivel, same thing, guys, just repetition. Put it through the loop. I'm getting tired now. The light is getting much more. My little tool. Right. Same thing. Put the loop here. Separate the two ends. Take 6, 7 inches of line. You're going to make your turns toward the body. 1, 2, 3, 4. Take the short end, and you're going to tuck it down through all the loops through the tunnel. Go through the tunnel. Here's the loops on there loose. Okay. Now I like the loop on a swivel end too. I'll tell you why I like it on a swivel end as well. When you're casting these heavy, awkward baits, what it'll do, it'll find itself when you come back to cast it. If it's rigid, sometimes it'll do. But when you flop it back there with the loop, it's going to settle itself behind a bang. You can send it out. Normally, after you do it so many times you don't even look. And I have people go with me, and they say, boy, you make it look so easy. I said, yeah, after a few times it does get easy. But when you lay that back and settle itself, and you can send it on its way. I'll give you another hint. If you're having backlash problems, okay? If you're having backlash problems, I'll give you a hint. I used to do some tournament casting. I learned from the distant tournament guys. When you cast, the common way is to take and throw it. And as it's going out, 99% of the guys hold it this way, right? And you kind of watch it going out. What happens between inertia and centrifugal force,